Now, Jazz St. Louis Education Director Phil Dunlap and his guest Rick Haydon explore more about the guitar and some famous guitarists in our educational segment, Building Blocks of Jazz.
Hello and welcome to the Building Blocks of Jazz. My name is Phil Dunlap and today we're going to continue our discussion about the great Freddy Green. And to help me continue the discussion, I've invited back my good friend, Mr. Rick Haydon, professor of music at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. Welcome, Rick.
Glad to be here, Phil.
Today, as I said, we're going to continue our discussion on Freddy Green, who we consider to be the greatest of the rhythm jazz guitarists. So Rick, maybe it'd first be helpful to refresh everybody on the three concepts that we talked about last time.
Last time we discussed the concepts of the quarter note, thirds and sevenths of the chord, and muting the strings for the percussive sound and playing the third or the seventh with one finger.
And that sounds like?
Sounds like this.
But as you and I had been talking, Freddy Green didn't only play one note. So there were some other concepts that he incorporated in this idea of orchestration that we brought in. So why don't you give us a little bit on that?
The other reason that Freddy is considered one of the greatest rhythm guitar players is the fact that he had a chord system that he could use basically 3 or 4 shapes to function as different chords. You might see him play the same shape, and instead of his entire hand changing, he could move one note inside that shape or play the same shape and let the bass player or the piano player change the chord, and he could remain in the same shape, and by allowing a particular note to come through, redo his orchestration to fit in with the rest of the ensemble.
So depending on what was happening within the ensemble, he would change his concept in kind of a real-time orchestration.
A real-time orchestration, exactly. And he could move notes in and out by simply pressing down harder with left-hand fingers, either allowing the one string to come through or multiple strings to come through.
And how would that sound?
It would sound like this. I'll start out playing the single note, doing thirds and sevenths, and then build the orchestration to the larger chord for the last half of the demo.
So Rick, I noticed that although you changed some of the orchestration, I still notice that there's that percussive element that makes it a combination of a harmonic instrument and a percussion instrument.
Yes, the percussion, the chunk part of the sound remains there at all times, because I'm still, although I'm moving from one note to 3 notes, there's the rest of the strings that are there that I still have muted. And it's all done through the left hand of how hard I push down with each of the 3 fingers. I can let any one of those notes come through the chord as I'm playing. That's what still keeps the percussive chunk sound inside the extended orchestration.
Probably the best way for folks to get a good idea and to hear more about the rhythm guitar, they should probably check out some recordings of rhythm guitarists and probably some ensembles. So who are some other guitarists to look out for and maybe some other ensembles to check out?
The best examples are those that are drummerless trios. Nat King Cole Trio with Oscar Moore, Oscar Peterson Trio with Herb Ellis, and New York Swing with Bucky Pizzarelli playing rhythm guitar. And you can hear the sound and the real-time shift in orchestration in any of those 3 trios.
Well, Rick, thanks for stopping by and showing us some more about the rhythm guitar and kind of tying up all those loose ends. I think I maybe need another shot on Satin Doll. What do you say?
I'm in.
All right. Top 1, 2, 3, 4.